さあ、お待たせいたしました。次のゲームですね。Tormented Souls ということで、事前情報が全くございません。よろしくお願いいたします。はい。
We had $25 from Hypest Ivysaur, says Agdisis, and Eternal Enigma. The hype is almost too much. Thanks to you both for being so awesome and good luck.
パッケージを見る限り怖そうという情報だけね、今手元にございますけども。
From Boreal Neva, who says, love watching games done quick. Always a good time, especially when it benefits cancer research as well. Appreciate Agdisis for the quality gameplay, and Eternal Enigma for the stunning commentary. Love you all.
ね、今、Steam 見るとですね、かなり好評になってますね。
$100 donation from DJ Crabhat, who says, seen birds in the sky, trees in between.
Steam のページのですね、あなたが持っている他の似ているゲーム、デッドバイデイライトとか書いてあるんで、これはホラーですね。はい。
Thanks to Agdisis for your great streams and running this beautiful.
ちなみに私ホラーは苦手でございます。よろしくお願いいたします。
We have $50 from Dr. Goldfish, who says, "Gotta donate for one of my favorite streamers, Agdisis." And it was mentioned in one of those donations. Agdisis is also the host of one of these shows on the GDQ Hotfix. Speed runs from the crypt. So make sure you don't miss that. I think it's every other Wednesday night. We had a $250 donation from Amanda Campbell, who says, had to donate during the much anticipated Dead Rising run. Agdisis is a pro at explaining his runs and making them fun.
なぜかね、毎回こちらのね、ジャパニーズリストリームの方では、ホラーが苦手なのにホラーの枠に割り当てられることが多いということですね。さあ、今回ホラーは苦手ですが、自分でホラーのところに入れてくださいと書いた記憶があります。
Sir, quickly, from the west.
はい、よろしくお願いいたします。ね。
We cannot stop it. Pull the lever. Why do I even have that lever?Stay back, beast! Stay back! 声。
来るな。怪物よ、来ないでくれ。
Okay. Welcome back to AGDQ2022 online. My name is Sent, and honestly, I really have just been waiting like a year for an excuse to pull out that old little castle set of mine and to have some more fun with this absolutely adorable plushie.I'm here to tell you about all of the amazing prizes that you can win during
この可愛い人形を見てよと。
So many great ones as I realized my microphone just got knocked up into the sky. Great opening. Hopefully everyone can still hear me. Tech issues
マ
out
イ
of
ク
the
がどっ
way.
か行っちゃってたけ
Start
ど、
talking about prizes because that's what we're here for. Now
こ
all
の
the
人
prizes
形
I'm
は
going to be talking about right now
こ
are
うドネット
available
の
from now
寄付
to
の
the
抽
end
選
of
で、
Kuon. So you've got a
ね、
little bit of time
当たっ
as
たら
we
もらえ
play
る
some
よと。
spooky speedruns, but make sure to get those donations in sooner rather than later. First off, let's just address the trunk in the room. You can't get over it. It is this adorable jumbo chocobo plush that is sitting in my lap right now. $25 minimum donation from Pin Cushion Cat Plushies. So cool. I love this thing. Shout and I were talking about it earlier, but really, like,
25ドル、
it is
最
just
低
so
25ドルの
firm.
寄付で
It is
応
so
募できるよ
massive.
とのことで。
I love this chocobo. You
25
could
ド
love
ル。
this chocobo
3000
too.
円ぐらいですね。
$25 minimum
応募しようかな。
donation could be yours. I'm just going to tell you right now.
ね、可愛いですよ
If you
ね。
haven't already gotten a $50 minimum donation in today, you definitely want to because we have two amazing day prizes. I'll talk about them just a little bit later. You don't want to miss out on them. So make sure to get those $50 donations in today before the end of Kuon so that you can be sure you are eligible. Now, let's talk about some other adorable plushes we have here. From Blanco Crafts, we have this absolutely adorable Mew plush. It really just kind of collapses into your arms. I instinctively want to cradle
本
this.
当
This
に
to
可
me is
愛い
baby,
可愛いミ
and
ュ
I
ウの
love it.
人
It's
形
a
を
$15
見てくれ
minimum
よと。
donation Got an adorably long tail. It's got just such a fluffy
こ
and soft
の
body.
ミュウ
And Blanco
はす
Crafts
ごい
has
赤ちゃん
done
み
us
たいで
a,
超
a
可
bit
愛
of
い
a
んだけ
favor
ど、
and
こ
added
れ
a
最低15
special
ドルの寄付で手に
nurse's
入る
top
かもしれ
to
ない。
Mew. So this is a completely unique design just for
この特
AGDQ.
別な
You can't get this design
あ
anywhere
の
else, and it's super adorable.
ナ
Thank
ー
you
ス
so much.
の
Again, only a
あの
$15 minimum
看護師
donation.
さんの帽子を
You
かぶっ
could
た特
take
別なミュ
home
ウ。
that lovely, lovely Mew.
15
What
ドル
else
以
do
上
we got?
15
We
ドル以
got
上
some other
できるよ。
super cool stuff as well. From Miss Scarlett Tangier, we have this incredible
今度めっちゃかっ
oil
こ
on
いいやつ。
canvas flowers in the church painting. We've got the Buster sword in the Midgard church there with the rain coming
油絵
down,
の
with the flowers and that little
バスター
pool.
ソードが
It's such an
なんか
evocative scene of
教
Final
会の
Fantasy
中
VII. It's
に
been probably 2 decades since I've played that game, and yet I can
書
just
いてあ
kind
る
of remember back on things looking at this
油絵
game.
だよ。
It is absolutely incredible. The work that they've put in to add the like rain effect on top of the painting is
そうですね、日
absolutely
本
incredible.
は
I'm gonna try and bring it a
まあ
little
仮
closer to
に
the
当た
camera
っ
and
た
shine
と
some
し
light
て
on
も
it so you can
届
get
け
a
ても
better
ら
look
える
at
保
this
証
very
が
absolutely
ないの
amazing one of a
で、
kind oil on canvas
こちらとしては
painting
何
could be
も言
yours
えな
for
い
a
ですね。
$25 minimum
ちょっ
donation.
とこ
There
のプ
are
ライズの発送に関しては
so
こちら
so
全く
many
関わっていないの
amazing
で、
prizes we have. You definitely want to get in at least a $50 minimum donation today so that you are eligible for all of them. We have some lovely patches from Wolf Shadow, the Shinra Company logo. We have a beautiful coin from Super Mario World from Cute Monster
シンラ
Prop,
パ
our
ン
good
カ
friends
ンパ
over
ニーの
there.
ロゴと
Pearl Pop
か、
sent us beautiful Yoshi Perler.
スー
That
パ
thing
ー
is
マリオ
awesome.
と
Oh,
か、
Chu, one of my
もうなんか
absolute
パッ
favorite
チも、
artists,
パ
did
ッチは
a super
なんか
cool Zorora, Hisuian Zorora, I should say, a poster. You can check it out. It's holographic, it shines in the light. Wish it had gotten in here in time to show everyone because it is absolutely amazing. And of course, we have a couple of lovely $50 day prizes. So minimum donation to $50, you could win this absolutely lovely painting of the meteor from Final Fantasy
50
VII.
なん
It is
で、これ50ドルかな
such an iconic scene. It is such an iconic part of gaming in general. How could you not want something like that in your house? It's only a $50 minimum donation. Speaking of $50 minimum donation, from Lalin from Lalin's Garden, we have this absolutely beautiful Silent Princess specimen. This is a
ローレンズガーデン。
flower made out of like fabric and silk. It is absolutely incredible. $50 minimum donation for it. Again, you got to get that donation in before the end of Kuon if you want to be eligible to win this one of a kind piece of art. It's beautiful. Again, the first time I saw this piece
ク
was
オ
an
ン
email from
ま
Heroic,
でな
and
の
my
か
mind just
な
immediately went,
な
how am I going to ship a flower to someone? Like, I mean, I love this. This is beautiful, but how is this going to work? And then they had to respond to me with, oh yeah, no, this is made of silk.
じ
This is
ゃあ
made of
綺
fabric.
麗だよ
It
ね
is just
これめっ
meant
ちゃ
to
好き
look
なんだ
like
け
a
どどうやって
lifelike
使えたか
flower for
全
the
然わかんないん
game.
だけど
And things made a little more sense. I felt a little silly, but at the same time, the artistry, absolutely top notch there for sure. And I mean, if we're talking about prizes, gotta take at least a minute and talk about our grand
織物
prize
みたいな
because we have two
布
amazing
で
grand
できた
prizes. They are both cumulatively $250 donations throughout the event. So you're going to total up all of your donations throughout the event. If that reaches or exceeds $250, you are going to be entered into both of these amazing prizes. First off, from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. Shouts to Dave at Heroic Replicas. Been making us cool stuff for so many years now. This year is absolutely no exception because we have a Darkling styled Master Sword. Got a black hilt and pommel with silver accents. You know, the regular blade.
ダークリン
is
ク
an
の
absolute
マスタ
work
ー
of
ソー
art.
ドとか
Comes with a Hylian shield as well, a new and improved model of the Hylian shield. It really pops. It's super colorful.
アイリア
It's
の
got some
盾と
heft
か
to it. It's I believe about 15 or 20 pounds. It's a workout
じゃ
to
あカ
pick
ラ
up
フル
back
で
at the studio for sure. And new this event and included in this price tag, we
120 ポ
have
ンド
a megaton hammer from Heroic Replicas. It is massive. It is solid
メ
metal.
ガ
It is
ト
a
ンハン
good
マ
30-pound hammer. You can see a cool illustration of its fabrication over on gamesdonequick.com. I believe Dave also tweeted out a picture of it as well. Super cool. You'll get all three with a $250 cumulative donation throughout the marathon. But we also have another grand prize.
最低$250でここら辺は抽選に参加できるよと。
It is such a great machine. Seriously, it's
スカイテ
really
ック
good. It's got a
PC が提
37
供してくれ
Ti.
て
I
る
know I keep
パソコ
saying
ン。
that, but genuinely, I've been trying to build myself a new PC for like the last year. It's so hard to find good parts right now. This thing has a ton of them. You can head over to gamesdonequick.com, check out the full
去
specs.
年パソコン作るのに挑戦したんだけどめっちゃ難しかったよって。
Just about all the time I have. I encourage everyone else to turn off their own lamps at home. Get comfortable, but stay tuned and don't miss a minute
ラ
of
イト
all
電
of the
源消すよ
core
って
block
電気
speedrun
消すよって
action
ちょっと待ってね。
coming up right after this.
怖いからね、ホラー、ここからホラーが始まるから電気消して見ることにするよみたいな。僕は消さないですけど、皆さん消して見てもいいんじゃないかなと思いますけど。
What would GDQ be without prizes with Scent? It has become iconic. Thank you, Scent. Appreciate that very, very much. We are currently getting ready for our next run. Still in the
ですよ。僕夜なんで絶対消さないですよ。
Tormented Souls by RebeccaRE. So we got a few more donations that came on in. Now, this is regarding a later incentive, and this one's pretty important to me. It's the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 incentive that we have here. We have a one
現地の時間はね、上の方に書いてますね。ちょうど11時36分ぐらい。
Ty Deltas, who said, I had to donate again just to see that Argic cosplay, especially when it's for such a good cause. And if you don't know what that's referring to, coming up, there will be a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 2 speedrun. And if that incentive of $10,000 is met, Argic will be doing a very, very special cosplay of Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you've never seen it, you need to see it. So let's make sure that's hit in time.
ですね、アメリカは月日年って書くのが普通かな。僕的にはまだ8時半ぐらいでよかったですけどね。ちょっとこれ深夜枠だったらちょっと辛かったかもしれない。あるかな。もうちょい時間ありそうかな。ちょっとあれですね、イベントのお話もしようかな。僕がすごいあれですね、乗りたくなりますね、これね。さあ、ですね。さあ、今回開催中は AGDQ2022 と、現在ジャパニーズリストリームではオンライン RTA イベント Awesome Games Done Quick の様子を、公認で日本語をミラー配信しています。Awesome Games Done Quick は、Games Done Quick の Twitch チャンネルで行われる、Prevent Cancer Foundation を支援するためのオンラインチャリティ RTA イベントです。さあ、今回のイベントの寄付先である、Prevent Cancer Foundation は、アメリカに本拠地を置く慈善団体で、がんの早期発見と予防を通じて、あらゆる人々の命を 救うことを使命としています。さあ、寄付と関連してですね、特定のゲームには、高難易度への変更だったり、エンディングの選択等が予定されておりですね、各項目前に設定された、目標寄付金額を達成した際に、行われます。例えばさっきの、デッドライジングなんかだと、ビットボーでその寄付が集まって、この金額分、そのデッドライジングに対して寄付が集まったら、ラスボスのカテゴリーをやるよとか、そんな感じのをやってます。はい。これが例えばキャラクターを選ぶなんか投票形式で行ったりとかしたりすることもありますね。さあ、で、寄付に関してなんですが、カードによってできないこともあったりとかするので、こちらで何も保証はできないんですけど、自分のお財布とご相談の上で挑戦してみてもいいんじゃないかなと思います。イベント自体はですね、16日のお昼頃まで24時間、昼夜問わず開催されてますのでね、ぜひお体に気をつけてね、ご覧いただければなと思います。さあ、画面来ましたね。で、今ちょっとこの間に情報を少しもらったんですけど、このゲームは、バイオハザードだったり、アーロン・イン・ザ・ダーク、シリーズにインスパイアされた原点回帰的なサバイバルホラーゲームですとのことで、固定視点のアドベンチャーに新鮮なひねりを利かせ、新しい世代のプレイヤーに合わせて現代風にアレンジをしている。元は大邸宅だった恐るべき病院で双子の少女が行方不明になるというミステリアスな事件を主人公のキャロライン・ウォーカーが捜査をしていくとのことです。さあ、グッドラックです。
Caroline Walker receives a mysterious letter with
早い。何も見ない。
And for that reason, she's going to go to the sender's address, which happens to be a mansion that was
これさっきあれですかね、書いてあった双子ですかね。
And gets hit by something that leaves her unconscious. Some of the stuff you won't be able to see because
マンション大邸宅が病院に改装されているよと。
As you can see, this game is very puzzle based. There's going to be a lot of puzzles, but the character woke up in a very bad condition, naked inside of a bathtub connected to a respirator and missing one eye for some reason. So after leaving the first room, grabbing
カメラが動かせないってこういうことなんですね。
Unlocking the first door, grabs the
確かにバイオっぽさ感じますね。
items in the game already. One of the critical items for the first half at least, which is the lighter, which allows you to basically see around. The thing is that the lighter is an item, like is just one more item. So a little bit further ahead, you're gonna of course going to find weapons to defend yourself, but you cannot use the weapon at the same time as the lighter. So you need to decide carefully how you're gonna pick your battles.
武器とかもあるんだけど、ライター持ってる間は武器とかは使えないそうです。ごめんなさいね、今アメリカにいるからって言って僕は英語全くできないので、あんまり過度な期待はしていただかないでほしいんですけど、聞き取れた範囲でお話できればなと思います。
He's gonna give us a few items. Here we're gonna find the nail gun and the crowbar to start getting some stuff done. The crowbar, besides being a puzzle item, like as you can see here, also works as a melee weapon. But in this run, we actually are not going to use that. Instead, like this run is going to be focused on the most powerful weapon in the game, which
このバールはすごい武器っぽく見えるけど、このゲームにはもっとすごい強い武器があって、めっちゃ簡単に敵を倒せる。
Get the power flowing and get back the power to the whole mansion.
There we go.
right? One of the important things to mention is that speedruns for this game are usually played basically using two devices. So on regular gameplay, you use Rebecca uses a control, just a
そ
standard
う
pad.
スピードラン
She
だ
also
と
has to be aware of
と
like have her mouse handy.
基本的に
because
スピードランをやっ
you
てる
usually
人は
switch to your mouse when
と
it's time to use
マウス
inventory
持
or
ち
sort
なが
objects
ら
because it's way faster than using the controller. So she
こうなん
she has
か
to
イン
she's
ベント
gonna
リー
be
とか
switching
開いたりと
constantly
かするとき
between
に
both.
マウスの方が早いんでマウス使ったり
So now we have
ただ
to
普
a
通に動
different
かす
part
と
of
き
the
はコント
mansion,
ローラーを使っ
and
ていますとのことで
we're
す。
looking for two parts of a heart. Oh, watch out though.
Ooh.
Watch out for
But it's
those.
a but it's a plastic heart.
怖い怖い怖い。
That's fine. Okay. One is in
動かないで
the
動かないで。
entrance room, and the next one
上半
is
身
in
だ
the
けで動かないで。
examination room. They are very close to each other.
So for the most part, Rebecca is going to be picking. Most of the items you see her grab are going to be items that allow her to advance further in the game, like puzzle/key items. And other than that, the only like
臓器集めてるんですかね。
inventory like consumables she's going to grab are going to be healing items and
怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い怖い。
why later.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got the both pieces of the heart, but you will have to see how to use it, which is one of the interesting things about this game. But you will see it very, very soon. Another weapon that that Rebecca already has is the nail gun, but she's only going to use it with like the ammunition it comes with by default for a single enemy, and that's the only use it's gonna have in this run. So now in this mirror, you have to use your lighter
ネイルガン
to
を
light the candles,
持っ
and
て
then
る
that
んだけど、
happens. Some
ちょっと
mysterious ghosts happen.
何
And then you go through the mirror, and you appear in a mirror world, which is very reminiscent of the mirror world that was in
鏡の世界に
Silent Hill, right?
Yeah,
Ah,
very
hi.
similar.
ちゃってる
So now you use the plastic heart on this mannequin, and the mannequin kind of, but
that was
not
close.
completely, comes to life. And of course, whatever happens in the mirror world has some kind of influence in the real world.
なんか鏡の
So
世
you will
界
see
で何が起こ
how
った
putting the
か
heart
なんか
influence
こ
in
と
the
は
real world.
えっ
There's
と
a corpse here
現
that
実の
normally
世界にも
won't react because
される。
it's been too dead, so it's in rigor mortis. But now that you put the heart on the mannequin, the corpse is actually, let's say, fresh.
え
So
っ
you
と
can
マネキン
use
に
the
心
electricity
臓
to
を
make
入
the
れたか
make the
ら
corpse
生き
open
返
the
った。
hand and release that bell handle that we're going to use right now. First, combined with the hex
鏡の世
adapter.
界で、
And now we can open
さっき心臓を入れたからで今の寝てた人が生き返ったってことなの
And
かな。
then this is the main hall of the mansion, which is very reminiscent of main halls of the early
これが
Resident
そ
Evil
この
games.
邸宅のメインホー
And
ルで
now we gain access to the other half of the mansion. This part is the chapel of the mansion. And there's these speeders that are kind of difficult to manipulate. They can either claw you or try to speed at you. That's why they're known as speeders. So now we're looking for a couple of items that we need to keep advancing. That's a ball of acid. You will see what's the use for that. And then there's a wheeler over there. It's
首なかった。
enemy that's in a wheelchair over there. So now with this, since we're coming from the other side, we're able to open the door, and that allows you to basically gain a shortcut to that area. And now we're gonna head to the second floor. Here it's you will see one of the uses for the only use that the nail gun, the basic renewed weapon we got, is gonna have. But first, here, since there's an enemy here, we need to turn the lights on so we can actually use a different weapon. Because otherwise, we won't be able to take out the lighter. That enemy is called a waller because it's basically right on the wall, of course. And then this puzzle, you have to use the hand to knock on the door in a very specific rhythm. Of course, again, since we're doing this quick, all the solutions for the puzzles are fixed. So every time you play, it's always going to be the same solution, except for one puzzle in the game that's more kind of. I won't say it's a puzzle. I prefer to call it more of a mini game. I would say.
Yeah, kind of.
But for example, for the knocking puzzle, there's a stethoscope that you can grab somewhere else, and you use it with a certain statue that gives you like heartbeats, and that's how you get to know what's the rhythm you have to knock the door in order to be able to open it.
Did you see the priest was chilling, taking a soup?
ちょっと
Despite all the mess we have here.
Yeah, it's
少ししたらちょっと怖いんで追加要因を呼びます。すいません。ちょっと怖いので一緒に見てくれる人をちょっと呼びました今。
Jumpstart the electronic door. Now we head to the reception room, and then here the elevator, so you can go back down and access a new part of the mansion. But the thing is that you need to make sure the elevator doesn't leave, so you push that gurney just to make sure it's always there, keeps the door open.
さあ、
Now you can see
ちょっと
some
このタイミングで
shotgun
ちょっと
shells.
次の
And
司会の
we're
方に
also about to grab
来ていただいたので、
the first part
嵐
of the
さんよろし
shotgun,
くお願いします。
which is going to be
よ
the
ろしくお
key
願いし
weapon
ます。
for this run.
ちなみ
That was a
に
good line.
あれですね、
That's pretty
嵐さんもね、
ちょっとあまり得意じゃないんで、
Shortcut that allows you,
あれですけど、よ
allows
ろ
us
しくお願
to
いします。
go back without needing to go through the door that used the thread bolt. So we can take it out and use it for a different door. For now, it's going to be just a little bit of backtracking.
この後、この後
it's
司
a
会
good
な
time
の
for
で、
donations if you
そ
want.
の流れでお呼ばれしたんですけど、
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
なんで僕たちホラー枠なんだろう。
We have
自分はちょっと
$25 donation from
確認不足でこの時間に入ってしまいました。
Sitting here with my candles waiting for the horror block. So excited. Go GDQ and much love to you donation readers.
半目で見るんで許してください。
We have a $50. Oh, excuse me. We have that one here. We have a $25 donation from Dangerous who said,
いや、そう、なんか無駄に斜めとかなのやめてほしい。
Love supporting PCF, but I also wanted him to read a terrible dad joke on air. Why do they call it a dad bod instead of father figure? I guess that's the joke. And he also says, hey, Chad, if you think you can top that, donate and prove it. Good luck to AGDICIS, RebeccaRE, and all the upcoming runners. And big thank you to the tech crew working behind the scenes to keep this event going strong. You all rock. Donation goes to Donation Processor's Choice.
うわ
Yeah, thanks so much to all
Ah.
the people working behind the scenes for sure, making all this possible. So now we were able to take the thread bolt back to open new doors, and now we have access to a bigger part of the.
急に出てくるのやめてほしい。
And here we got the second part of the shotgun. So right now it's she's not gonna combine them right now, but you see there's a warning sign in there. So of course that means there's probably going to be something happening here. So for this puzzle, Rebecca has to walk around the structure 3 times counterclockwise
ちょっと嵐さんもちゃんと見てくださ
to
い。
make the enemy reanimate.
いや見てますよ。見てますよ。
This enemy is
Ah.
called
絶対動くじゃん、これ。
Slasher, one of the lethal type enemies. But one of the cool things we have here is there's a damage boost glitch that's very It's very reminiscent of Mega Man 1's damage boost glitch. Basically, you have to shoot and pause immediately right after you shoot. And what happens is that for some reason, the pause menu
ロックマン1のダメージブーストグリッチみたいな感じで、このゲームでもそれができます。うわーねあれですね、多分攻撃当たって、それで、そのままゴリ押して進む的なやつですね、多分ね。
And after killing that enemy, we got a scalpel that's gonna help us open the next area.
いや僕これただの視界なんですよ。視界なんです。向こうの解説の人が言ってることを訳してるだけなんです。
So, but before that, since we have to start heading to an explored part, which is usually going to be underground, we need to turn off the generator first because there's a part in the underground passage which is filled with water that as long as we have as the power is on, the water is electrified. So for now we need to take the power off just to be able to get through. I think we're good for some more donations here.
待ってなんかランタン手が持ってるデザインなのアクションすぎませんちょっと。
Horror block is the best block. Let's keep the donations coming.
Ooh.
We have a $100 donation from Ravenstorm.
ホラーブロックはめっちゃいいブロックだからドネーションがめっちゃ来るんだよ。1万円ドル、1万ドル。1万円ぐらい今入ったって100ドル入ったって。
Donation goes to Enigma's Choice. Thank you, Ravenstorm. Bane Reeker was also
母さんが何年もガンだからホラーブロックで寄付することにしたんだって。
Okay, so now we're still on the way to way underground. First time underground in this because there's also a couple of big areas in the sewers before we're able to access actually another part of the mansion. This place is super.
いや100ドルって言ってました。すいません。1万円って言おうとして1万円ドルって言っちゃった。
That was blocking this entrance. Now we're able to go down.
ロープをカットして。エントランスへのなんかショートカットがどうのこうのって多分言ってました。
That was the part with the water that normally is electrified. So if the power was on, she won't be able to go through there. That's why it's necessary to turn it off. That's a nice movement.
いやもうなんかいるじゃん。
That was very close.
And the other item she's going to be grabbing are healing items. For the most part, the standard healing item are morphine shots, which heal a small amount of health. This, in terms of damage, this run is very similar to Jill's run on the original Resident Evil. The character actually takes a lot of damage. So basically.
いないかもしれないですけど。
You can be like the run could be over in 2 or 3 touches. So that's why we're playing it safe.
いや本当はちゃんと時間通りに交代しようと思ったんですけど、アラさんを一人置いておくわけにはいかないなと思って。
On the way here, Rebecca grabbed one of the critical items for this game, which is the first half of a key that actually opens 4 doors in the mansion, and for each door there's a possibility she has
自分は自分で立候補したからいいんですけど、今よくよく考えるとなんでこの枠でアラさんがいるんだって思って。
So that's going to be another puzzle later, but for now you just need to press it to be able to open this secret passage. And then here there's 2 there's two jails. One is locked. We'll get to that later. For now, she found that VHS tape.
何このカメラワーク。怖がらせる気満々じゃん、ちょっと。
Normally, this kind of items in these games are usually just like information document type items, but the VHS here are actual items that have a very specific use. But before we can use the VHS tape, we need to find. We know where to use it, but we need to get the power back on. Fortunately, since because of the exploration we did of the sewers, now we were able to find a shortcut, and we don't need to have the power off anymore. So now we can just restore power safely to the.
あそこまで右に傾けてるの。
And it's very interesting to see how
東映ぐらいですよ。
places you see how
あんなに右に傾けるの。
have new connections to places you had visited before. So here's where the VHS tape is, and then you play it.
カセットテープ。
Normally this will be kind of like a document or something like that, or like information. But here you actually travel to the world inside the VHS. So it's kind of like you enter the world at the time the VHS got recorded.
何絶対動くじゃんこれ。ああ光った光って。
The order is always the same.
ああダイアゴン横丁。
But basically, by entering the VHS world, you travel to the past, and it's kind of like the mirror world, but instead of like reflecting what you do, it's here is basically what the actions you take have future consequences. So now there's this girl inside your jail, and we use the acid to try to break the lock. But it says there that the acid is going to take a few days to actually take effect.
Yeah,
so for now,
it's nitric acid. It's nitric acid, so it's not powerful at all. That's why it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, well, Rebecca will definitely know about that. She's a chemist in real life, so she definitely knows about that kind of stuff. So there's this kind of like giant refrigerator she pulled to open this area, but the thing is that you can pull it just a little and still get through, but if you don't pull it enough, you can go on the way in, but you cannot go out, and that causes a soft lock. So for safety reasons, we just pull it completely.
曲怖い。
And now,
曲がさっきからふわーってなってる。怖い。
Rebecca was able to enter the Ori jail because, of course, the acid made effect after who knows how long it was.
Years.
And inside, before we didn't get to see that, but there was a human corpse inside of a child. But now it's not there, and instead, once she got there, she found the other half of the key to open the other doors. So now, with this key, we're going to be able to enter a bunch of places. So as you can see in the doors, it gives you the clues to be able to get the correct combination for each of the doors.
正しい組み合わせにすると、ドアが開けられるように。なんか、ドアごとになんか4種類組み合わせがある。
Is also very important to have. Now it's good to be just a bit of moving around through the
second floor,
the locked doors. So we can get some donations for now.
Sure thing. Just to remind everybody, we're less than $5,000 away from $700,000 already. So thank you everybody for donating, and thank you to everybody who will donate, such as these. such as these donations. We have a $25 donation from someone who says, donating during horror block and specifically Tormented Souls because survival horror with a fixed camera is long overdue to a huge comeback. So let's kick our fears and in the same breath, cancer in their respective butts. Thank you very much. We also have a very special donation, which is great in and of itself, but it's from Abstract Digital Works, who says, as we developed, we have a developer donation, says, as we developed this game, we never thought we would see it in games done quick.
開発チームが1万円、100ドルドネートしてくれたそうです。
We feel blessed for all the love people have shown to the game. We love how games done quick shows how games are a force for good. That's awesome. Thank you very much over there, Abstract. Thank you.
It's pretty great of them. One of the cool things about this game is that it was made over here in Chile, and it's great to see like a great product that deserves all the critical acclaim it got and deserves the exposure. So I feel everyone's really happy that the game was able to be here thanks to the hard works of the people that were involved in the development, and also the hard work of Rebecca getting to learn this game and play it in the godlike way she does. So with all the things going around that we
このゲ
did,
ームの RTA をするのにすごい、その勉強とかにすごいなんか、練習とか勉強にすごい時間かかってるから、なんかすごい嬉しいみたいな。いや、合ってないかもしれない。
Yeah, the priest lost.
鏡の世界にまた行くみたいですよ。
He will give us a very important item in this game. You will see it soon.
You don't need to like trigger a cutscene or anything with the priest to see that, but basically right now he's bleeding out, missing an arm, so we have to do something to help. We're gonna help him in a very interesting way. You will see what happens next.
まだいける。まだセーフ。
So yeah, now we grab a scroll and the hammer, which are important items for the next puzzle. And here there's a mannequin arm. So I'm pretty sure most people already figure out where this is going in terms of how this problem is going to be solved.
うわ、血液が流れてる。
下水でしょ、あれ。
Dodging most of these enemies,
下水ですか？
絶対下水だった。
Going more than once through these parts. Usually the enemies you want to clear are the ones that are like kind of boresome and are in really narrow spaces, or are in places that that you have to go through a multiple number of times.
びっくりした。
Like
こいつここにいるの。
you have to frequently regularly. I really like the design of the mansion overall. It's very well thought. It's very interesting to see how the different parts end up connecting together. There's basically
ざる言わざる聞かざる。
dictating the sentence from the
うわ、
moment
首がない。
to the last one, which had to do kind of like with the guillotine we saw earlier. It's kind of a story, so you need to find out the information to be able to solve that puzzle, but it's related to that.
By the way, I have a funny story about this puzzle. A good friend of mine and also an amazing RE3 speedrunner back home called Timaeus Rage was playing this game casually. Okay, in order to solve this puzzle, he actually used a Shakira
中
song,
国じゃんこれ。
and the worst thing is it worked.
Maybe, I mean, I know that wasn't the reason, but maybe actually the developers were thinking about that. I don't know.
Maybe.
でもそっか、これ腕つけたから、
See that
こっちの世界でなんか起きてるわけだ。
Rebecca used the
おお、腕ついてる。
stapler and the mannequin arm to fix the mannequin, and now our friendly
マネ
priest
キンをホッチキスで腕直したから、こっちの
Now we have a
その神父さんの腕が治りましたって。
critical items for the game thanks to him, which is the flashlight. The
す
flashlight
ごいなんか
allows us now you see she's
この
carrying
ゲ
a
ームで
flashlight
すごい重要なアイテムの懐中電灯を取ったよって。
without having to like
懐中
sacrifice
電
what we're
灯はライ
carrying.
ター
So
みたいに持たなくてもいい
now
から、
you can
あ
actually
のなんか
carry
何
your
か別のものを持ちなが
weapon
ら
and still go to dark
なんか
places.
照らしたりできる。
So you're
その
able
武
to
例え
fight
ば武器を持ったりと
and
か。う
So
わ
that's of course pretty critical to be able to explore
あ
new
のライ
parts
ライ
that
トを使い
otherwise
なが
you
ら
won't be
そ
able
の
to.
攻撃とかできるよって。
So we're here on these new areas. We're grabbing some items. There's a bloody washing machine there. And for some reason, it's
Yeah.
Something useful actually.
I mean,
洗濯
everything
機
is,
から急に出て
everything's
くる
useful,
の。
of course.
Exactly.
And then there's a hand
Floppy
there
disk.
grabbing a floppy disk.
Good old times, huh?
At all times. Yeah, the 3D printed save icon. And since it's a floppy disk, you actually have to enable the read protection in there.
なんで献血のに上半身だけで出てくるの？
Exactly.
So here's the last door where we use this key.
Oops.
あ、テトリスだ。
Here we get back to the main hall. Behind the reception counter, and then we get that coin, which we're
レ
gonna
ジ
use
カウンター開
almost
けて
immediately. You will see why.
なんかコイン
So
と
here's the not puzzle I mentioned before. It's more of a mini game.
I'm gonna
Right.
speak in Spanish because I can remember I can remember the puzzle with this.
Yeah.
So, tres,
So
dos,
this is basically a Simon Says game,
tres.
and
サイモン・セッズっていう
you have to
その
go
なん
from
か
like one step to
あ
five
の
steps.
記憶ゲームですかね。
そうなんか赤と緑と青と黄色ってあってこう光ったところを順番に覚えて押していくっていう。
Tres. Oh, there we go.
Got it.
You expect a drink, right? But no. Welcome to the Castlevania spending machine with blood bags.
Yeah, there's a blood bag inside of
カッスルバニア自販機って言ってるけどどういうことか全然わかんないんだけど。
It's like the Castlevania that happened.
吸血鬼用の自販機とかじゃないですかね。
あ、そういうこと？
Those vending machines.
血液出てきてましたからね。
うん。
The VHS we had gotten before, and so what's going to happen here is that since we're in the past, we're going to leave two items under the effect of time. First one is we're going to mix the mold with the blood bag and leave it freezing for a while.
なんか
And then the other
さっき取った
one is
血
going to be
液バッグを
the car battery we have
冷凍庫に入れて
gotten before,
凍らせ
which
ま
is
す
in
って。
charge. We're going to leave it charging for an undetermined period of time. It's probably months, years.
Just a few days.
It's a few days. So for now, it's just gonna go back, return to standard time, and get those back. So we can read a couple of donations now.
Sure thing. We have a
ちょっと
$20
donation
donation
読めるよっ
from
て。
number one Ryan, who says, thank you to Rebecca for this fantastic run and an eternal enigma for lending his fantastic voice and hosting skills, both for a great cause. To heck with cancer. We have a $100 donation from Nix the Shield, who says, "Thank you so much, Rebecca, for representing the Chilean speedrun and game dev scene at such a big stage. When we made Tormented Souls,
こ
we
の
never expected
100ド
for
ル
it
の
to
ド
be
ネートで、
broadcasted to such a
こ
big
のすご
public.
い
We are
大
extremely grateful
き
to
な
you, and we
イベン
hope
ト
your
で
luck with
い
the
ろんな
rest
人
of the
とか
room. Kill
開
the
発
frames
者
and skip the spitters."
Stupid spinners. Thank you so much, Nix.
そのなんか、
Nix
ね、
is
こういう大
part
きな
of
場所で
the
開発者とかいろんな人に見られながらランをしてるのはすごいことだよって言って、
Whoops.
すごい最後ジョークが入ったんですけど、ちょっとわかんなかったです。すいません。
Why you say that name?
Did you see that PC gamer in the 90s?
I wonder if that one ran Doom.
Ooh, or Socom. Again, good old times.
Good old times.
多分、あれかな多分さっきのデッドライジングとかけてるのかもしれない。
A lot harder. I hope that that protected
多分スピッターズって
diskette doesn't
スバだ
get
よ。
deleted or
大丈夫だ
anything
よ。
because back in the days, if you give
ちょっとわかんない。あんま不用意なこと言わない方がいいかもしれない。
mean stay or anything, that's bye bye to your information. It was like the most unreliable thing on earth, for sure.
Oh, that was close.
So
But I
now
got
we're
good reactions this time.
So now we're gonna head back to the library, and you will see
図書
what's
館に
gonna
戻
happen
っ
with
て、
that's where we use the battery that we
バッ
just
テリーを
charged.
使います。
Well,
バッテリーがその充電できたから、こ
There we go.
のバッテリーを使
now
っ
we
て
can go up,
上に上がっていくよと。
and there's a couple of enemies here, which are better dead because it's this space is like kind of tight, so it's preferred to like at least kill the first one. This one is more dodgeable. There's this item here which you have to turn around the dials in a specific order. Whoop.
Ouch.
That's one. So the enemies here, some of them also have like the fast head bobbling from games like Silent Hill, a reference to Jacob's Ladder 2, like definitely a classic psychological horror reference.
Wow, that's a really good reference. I'm proud of you.
And now, with that item, we head back to this corridor, and here's where we use the floppy drive. Also, Rebecca is using some healing items just to be on the safe side. Like ideally, always keeping the health to the max just to avoid any nasty surprises. Because there can be nasty surprises here, and you're gonna see why. So let us introduce you to Anna.
から返事が
あ、ごめんなさい。
That's
あ、
following you.
よかった
It's
よかった
very
よかった
similar
びっくりした。
to how the ghosts in Silent Hill 4 act. So basically,
ちょ
Anna
ちょっ
can
とね。
appear at any time. Whenever you enter a room, she can randomly be there, and she's coming out for you. So, and of course, she's unstoppable. You can shoot her, and like it's gonna stun her a
放
little,
射線は
but just
あれで
enough
すね、
for
主
you to
人
go
公
through.
のコス
So
プレ
usually
みたいですね
whenever。she shows up,
とてもおしゃれ
it's,
でいいです
you can
ね。
notice even if she's off screen by the change of the
た
background
だ、
music.
ちょっ
So
と
usually,
マイクが多分光ってると思うんですけど、これがちょっと血液に見えちゃって、ちょっとどうも
close and we're gonna
ちょっと怖い。
get out of the room and enter back again just to
そ
reset
こ
it and be on the safe side.
そこ
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna reset the door,
Yeah.
just in case. Oh,
See, it's
yeah,
like
she's not. Oh,
kind of-
she's again. Oh,
it's again, but she appeared on the other side apparently.
welcome to the never happened before trend. Yeah, that never happened before.
And on the way here, we grabbed our trusty WE40 to avoid any issues, of course. And we're gonna use our trusty
おー
WE
だってさ、こう部屋入った瞬間頭ピクピクしてるの。
the cogs on this door, and then just use the hammer to
あでも律儀に待ってくれてますね。
some of that
謎解いてる間待ってくれる。
elbow grease
優しい。
to open the door. And then we're gonna be able to head out from a different path.
ちょっと違う
One of
道
the
を
cool
通る
things you can use the mirror wall to actually enter and leave different places in the mansion. So in this room, there's a puzzle in the clock, which we have the solution for, of course. But the thing is that there's a bunch of paintings around the room, and that's what gives you the key to, like the clues to solve the puzzle. And when you solve it, if you didn't notice, instead of a cuckoo bird, it was actually a hand that gave you an
Cuckoo
eye.
hand, yeah.
Yeah. So for now, we have to cross our way to it's a bit of a walk to get to the it's a bit of a walk to get to the statue where we have to put it. So we can take a couple of donations now.
Sure thing. First off, shout outs to the Silent Hill 4 reference on that. I like that very much. I'm something of a Silent Hill 4 historian myself. So that was awesome. Thank you for that. We have a $10 donation, $12.89 dude who says Ecdysis to start off the horror block with Dead Rising and Eternal Enigma, the coach of the most as host, commentator, Tormented Souls, Eternal Darkness, and Kuon. What an awesome horror block. Here's to another great AGDQ.
Let's go.
We have a $100 donation from PCD1980 who says Tormented Souls was my favorite surprise of 2021.
何もかもが動くんじゃないかと思って
OG Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Hopefully more people will pick this game up and support smaller devs putting time and passion into these types of projects. Good luck, Rebecca.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Do we have time for another?
Yeah.
Sure. We have a $50 donation from JPX Box D Station 64 who says, "Hi Rebecca, it's so nice to see you at GDQ again. All the Tofu family is rooting for you. Let's go. And let's ride a sweet $5 train to reach 700K. We can do it. Donation goes to Runner's Choice."
Nice.
Oh, shout out to my community. Love you all.
So, on the way here, there was a puzzle, pressing some buttons, which basically the game you have to listen to music on a vinyl player to be able to know which buttons you
デ
have
ー
to
タ
press.
プレイヤーから聞こえる
That's the
曲
one that got unlocked
を
after
な
you
ん
put
か
the eye on the statue, and then
聞
coming
いて
down
少し
here.
待つんだけど、なんかアドバイス
You
が
got
もらえるとかなんと
the
か。
you got an
ベ
ID
ータなのあれ
which is one of the key items required to enter one of the final sections of the game. To be able to enter there, you need 3 key items, which are what you did with the mold and the blood, the metal plate with the dials, and then this card.
なんかさっきから
And
剣
then
がピクピクしてる
now
んです
we're
けど、あ
gonna
れは
do
動く
one
ん
of
です
the
かね。
coolest tricks in the run, which is an out of bounds that everyone loves, and it's about to come right now. So take a look at how's this gonna happen.
なんか、ちょっと怪しい動きをして
There
ま
we
す
go.
ね。
There we go. There we go.
あー、
何
Who needs a stairs when you have out of bounds?
How about?
いや、今のが怖かったよ。
Ouch.
Yeah, that.
まあ、そりゃね、あんな悪いことしたら怒られますね。そりゃもう。
Like you can even
大別
spawn
からもね、怒られ
right
ちゃ
where
い
it is, so that forces you to kill it because otherwise you're gonna be stuck. But it's that's one of the cool tricks in this game speedruns.
You know, there's
So
There's actually 3 endings for this game.
なん
But for
か
speedruns,
エンディングが3つある。
we're gonna have the bad ending, which is the remorse ending. But we can do the normal ending because it's only 5 seconds slower than the remorse ending.
基本的にバッドエンディングなんだけど、ノーマルエンディングでもできるよって、5秒ぐらいしか変わらないよって。
The Mausoleum, which is one of the critical areas for the game. This is the second to last big section of the game. And the thing is that here you can find the key item to actually get the good ending of the game, but it requires some walking around and backtracking. So for speedruns, it's gonna be skipped, of course. But we don't want to leave people with a bitter feeling. So instead of like getting the fastest ending, which is the bad ending, as Rebecca mentioned, we're gonna go for the normal ending, which is basically you need to do like something that takes 5 seconds more than the bad ending, and we're gonna let you know what it is at the moment it's done. But for now, it's just exploring the sewers and getting deeper underground.
なんかすごい深い深淵の地下に
As you can see, there's a huge metallic door in there.
deeper underground.
Right now, you don't have the
あ
necessary
ロケッ
items
トリーグ
to
は
open it.
ショーケースですね。RT ではないんですが、まあ、
An interesting
スーパープレイを見ていただくと
way
い
to
う
open it. You will see it.
お時間になっていると思いま
For
す。
now, what Rebecca
早
just
くロケッ
grabbed
ト
was
リーグが
a
見たい
TV
怖い
dial, like old school CRT
ちょ
TV
っとね、
dial.
しばらくホラーゲームゾーン
Older
が
than
続
that.
くようですの
What
で、
was it? The
対戦
journeyman
のある
you
方
call
は
those
お楽しみ
TVs?
くだ
There's
さ
a
い。
brand.
Oh, in Chile, Telefunken.
Yeah, those ones. I'm pretty sure people know about that.
Yeah.
And then you have to go around and gonna in the storage room. This is gonna be the last mirror world. And for some reason, this mirror wall, instead of taking you to like an opposite part of the mansion, takes you to Caroline's room.
ちなみに、ホラーゲームゾーンは、お二方、
It's kind of like a
奏者の方がいらっしゃいますね。
like a safe
日本人奏者の方がね、いらっしゃるのでね、そこはもう皆さんで応援しましょうね。
combination
おー、びっくりした。
Then you get part of a medallion.
あ
And then
あ、くしょ
back in the real world, the safe is magically open, and then there's the
お
other
二
part of
方
the
がちょっと間違ってたか。
medallion.
いや、大丈夫。
Yeah,
So now-
that was a really fast solution, by the way.
That was pretty clean.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have
な
to
んか今その鏡の世界に入るのがなんかその今回の場合はちょっとなんか行く先の次元がちょっと違くてキャロラインっていうちょっと誰だかわかんないんだけどキャロラインっていう人をなんか部屋に行けるって言ってなんかテレビいじってたら割れてビビりました。
in a wall where you can actually use the medallions, and you will see what happens right there. Also, check the skeletons. There's like a skeleton with 2 skulls. It's called the children's room for some reason.
Yeah, because there's biological experiments in this game with radiation, to be more specific.
あー、ちょっ
カメラの動きが
とムービーが一瞬見るだけでちょっと怖いですね。
手ぶれみたいなやつやめてほしいもん。
There's like experimentation using radiation, and you will see. Oh,
よっ
Fine, it's fine.
と、
fine, it's fine. You got it.
何
あ、結構力強いんですね。
なんかマシュマロマンみたい。
Run.
なんかミシュランガイドに出てくるやつ。
There's also like paranormal, supernatural entities like that, and you will see more of that as we keep moving forward on the game. So it's a good mix of of like biological terror and like paranormal terror. If you stay too long under those status, of course they're gonna hit you. So, but you can just run through. So here's where we're going. So that's the last beaches we're gonna use in the game, and this is gonna be crazy. So hold on to your suspension of disbelief, because so what happens now is one of the craziest thing about the game in the plot of the game. So when Caroline started the game and she was unconscious, naked in a bathtub with a respirator and with an eye missing.
もうびっくりした。
TV で見た。
Yeah. I took my own eye.
だろう。
What a twist.
ストロー刺さってた。
That's some crazy stuff, and you will see why she did that. There's a reasoning for that, but we're gonna explain it as she arrives to the part where she actually needs to use it. But right now she,
何が怖い。
you've gotten a lot like more Anna appearances than in any other run I've seen. Of course, in classic GDQ fashion.
そうですね。ちょっと主人公にもそっくりさんだった気がしますね。
But it's fine. If I reset the oh my god, Anna, please leave me alone. If I reset the door, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, normally when like on the run save scene, Rebecca she shows up like besides the first one, of course, the mandatory cutscene. I've seen her show up like twice in a run, and on this one it's been like 5 times already.
More
More
than
or less,
5
yeah.
times. More than 5.
More
Yeah.
fun. You would have to watch the tapes later. But yeah, so basically on the room
なん
where she
か
got
装置に
where she learned the
文
truth
具
about
飴
her
みたいなの
past.
つけてた。
She also got the fish hook, and then
う
this
わ
door.
ああ、
ターミネーターで見た。
なるほど。
Her name is actually
交際認証だ。
Emma,
Emma.
and Emma and Anna are twin sisters.
I'm
And there's-
surprised the priest is the antagonist of this game.
The
見
priest
知ら
is the bad guy, and there's a cult
見
involving
知らぬ双子
twins
の写真が物語にきっ
over
かけになっ
here.
た。なるほ
And
なん
they
か
kidnap
なんか双子を探すとかなんとかって、
ど。ああ、なるほど。
なんか
her sister, but he
さ
didn't
っき
remember.
どっかに書いてあり
She
ま
didn't
した。
remember
なる
anything
ほどな。
until she saw that secret room. So now she's determined to put an end to this once and for all, because it's a cult that has to feed twins to their demon god to keep it appeased. So now she's going to try to find a solution to this. So now, with the last puzzle, which basically only requires having the padlock from the very beginning of the game, the very first item you get.
ああ、
With that, you're able to open the door to the bunker, which is the very final section of the game. For now, it's just gonna be moving around, looking for specific pieces for that puzzle in the back, which you didn't get to see for too long because it was only briefly flashed on. But it's basically a gas pump. And here, let us introduce you to the Atomic Man, which are affectionately called here the Hammers. These guys are the members of the cult, and it's they're the
ハンマー
last
ってみんな呼んでるんだけ
enemies
ど
in the game.
なん
Of
か
course, if
すごい
if they hit
よ
you
く
with
わ
a
か
hammer,
んない
that's
動
gonna
きを
hurt.
する。
So it's better to avoid them when possible because they're kind of
結構
slow.
オーバーな動き
But
してま
sometimes
し
you
た
will
ね。
have to resort to more efficient methods.
Exactly.
For now, it's just gonna be a little bit of walking around. This is kind of like just more walking action and picking up items. There's no puzzle solving here, so we're good for maybe 3 donations over here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got plenty. We have a $25 donation from Maxi Lobes, who says, Rebecca is an awesome runner who has been in the scene for a long time. Really happy to see her running Tormented Souls in this absolutely
Shigeki de.
stacked horror block. Let's go, Rebecca. Also, hi, Enigma. Hi, Maxie. Thank you. Thank you. We have a $100 donation from Master Tree. And Master Tree says, first time getting to watch the horror block live. Super excited that I get to donate and support such a rad streamer and cause all at the same time. Shout outs to RebeccaRE and all
100ド
who
ル
make
ドネー
GDQ
トが来
possible.
て、
Also, shout out to my wife
GDQ
sitting
で
next to me.
ホラーブ
She's
ロックを
rad.
生放
Smiley
送でリ
face.
アルタイム
What
で
is
見
a
る
treat
のは
you're
初
at?
め
Thank
て
you
な
very
んだ
much.
けど、
Thank
めっ
you.
ちゃ楽しいから、これを受け取ってくれだそうで
Good
す。
time for another?
楽しい
You。have time for like 2 more.
楽しい、エキサイテッドできてるかな。
We have a $20 donation from Starwin who says, Hi, Rebecca. Super happy to see you on the big stage with one of the great horror games to have come out last year. Hopefully, Anna
去
gives you
年
great
最高
RNG
の
because
ホ
having
ラ
this
ーゲ
spawn
ーム
twice
を
after resetting
こ
the
の
room
こ
is
のこう
definitely
いう
a
大
that's
きい場
never
所で
happened before moment.
見れるのはす
Good
ごい
luck to
嬉しい
everyone
よ。
else in the horror block. Hi, Enigma. Hi, Starwin. Thank you.
あなただけじゃなくて、このホ
And
ラーブ
we
ロック
also
を走る
have a
人たち、
$30
皆さん頑張ってくだ
donation
さい。
from Vakunazo, who says, so proud to see Rebecca in GDQ. Had to make my
レ
first
ベッカさ
donation
んが、
ever during her run to
GDQ
show
に
my
出るのを
support.
とても誇らしく
Donation
思ってい
goes
ま
to
す。
runner's choice.
Thank you so much.
とても
Thank
素
you
敵な
everyone that's helping to
ドネー
this.
トコメントですね。
Thank you so much.
ね
Hey, time for the last puzzle.
僕たちそれ
Finally.
どころじゃないんですけど。
As you could see, this was just like walking around, blasting whatever moved, and now we're heading to solve the final puzzle, which is actually, I mean, this is like less clues and just more visuals. So basically, you have to stop and go.
なんか心なしか寒くなってきた気がするんですよ。
the levers and just put
暖かくしてもらって。
covers on those pipes, so you can actually get some gas out of this pump. And then
ちょうど灯油組んでますね。寒くなったからかな。
we got some of that
え、
gas.
これ燃やす気満々では。
Now, what this gas does is that there's a water pump that we need to activate in order to keep going deeper into this. Just like before we lowered the water level, we have to lower it even more
What was
to be
that?
able to
どん
access.
どんどんどん下に降りてくるん
We're
だけ
like
ど、
camera shifts, but
Boom.
カメラがすごい揺れるんだよね。
gas.
ガスガスガス。
Oh, wait, we're gonna get struck by copyright. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, no, please.
So now we have to get this going. 1, 2, thrice.
Third time
コイ
always
ン
work.
入れて、なんか動くようにしたけど、現実でやっちゃダメだぞみたいな。
So
We are close
With this.
to a mini boss fight.
yeah, so basically this is the very final section of the game. First, we're gonna have some
な
good.
んかこのゲームの
old-fashioned
最後の
action.
セクションですって。
Oh, Nico, can you please sing the Hammer Bros theme?
Yeah, so
During
なん
the-
か
during the-
歌
during
っ
the
て
boss
くれ
fight?
ないって。
That would be
なん
great.
かボス戦でなんか歌ってくれないって、なんか曲をみたいな。
So in this part,
歌うの？
the evil priest explains the reasoning behind and
いいよ。
behind the evil actions. Like, I'm gonna stop you. And then not so fast because I have 4 hammer bros.
これがボス戦ですかね。
あ、ハンマーブロスがなんか
ハンマーブロス
4。人出てくる。いやだってハンマーブロスって言ってたもんだって今。
まあ、2人いますから確かにブロスが、3人4人いた。歌ってますね。
そうハンマーブロス戦の曲をなんか歌って
なるほど。
Wait, what?
Wait, okay.
That was again. That was kind of weird, but sure. I thought
It's
it
fine, it's fine.
I thought it got actually stuck. I was scared for a second.
Yeah, same here, but we got it.
Is not the right time for soft locks or anything like that.
No, please. We are very close to the end.
ここはなんかたまにソフトロックが起こるかもしれない
So
って。
now this is
そ
the
んな
point
不
where
吉なこと言わないで最後まで走らせてよ。
So you see two
ああ
crosses, and you see Anna here.
やっぱ絶対これあれだって。
The bad
見たことある
thing is
あれだって。
forward and ignoring ignoring the poor tormented soul of Anna. Oh, see what I did there? The normal ending, which we just did, is using the scalpel to finish the torment of this soul, poor soul. And then the good ending requires getting another item and doing some backtracking and all the stuff. So we're not gonna spoil it for all of you. If you want to see a good ending, go play the game.
Yes.
あの
Oh, now
ゲ
we're
ームプレ
very
イする
close
と
to the final boss.
きっとそのグッドエンディングが見られるよって。ゲーム買おうねってことですね、これ。
Sacrifice room. But yeah. So
これボス戦
the
こ
ultimate
れラスボス
sacrifice to appease the demon god
なん
over
か、
there.
なんか、
もうブヨブヨして
踊ってる
るボス。
なんかリズム取ってる。
The way you
こっち見てくれ。
defeat this entity is that you have to
何
first shoot at it, so those tentacles
Violante
these
mitad.
machines open, so you can shoot at the tentacles. So they go away, and then you solve these mini puzzles, like pressing the button right as the you see the part with the space to get the
あ
button
あ、
through.
上のなんかドリルみたいなのをぶつけるんですかね。
Boss のこの
on top for that giant drill that's on top for who knows what reason. But the thing is that since we did the damage glitch, the damage was glitch for some reason.
ダメージ
Now you don't,
をバグらせ
you don't need
て
to
なんか
shoot the-
グリッチ使ってダメージ
the
バグら
boss
せ
again.
る。
And even if the tentacles are closed, you can still shoot at them, and the game will consider them as not in the machine anymore. So you can operate the machine and do the thing. But the boss will still spit at you, so you still have to be careful and move around fairly quickly.
すごい速くなる。
And then
Conveniently, there's a big drill above the boss
for some reason,
for some reason.
because reasons.
Yeah.
And then
And there we go.
after getting this,
触手が残ってる状態でボタンを押すみたいなこと言ってたのかな、多分。
wait a minute. Even if you see this, there's still a game ahead. So don't count time yet. However, now that we eliminated the evil entity that was behind all this, now we get a peaceful game without any enemies of the sort, and we just have to find our way out of here. Surprisingly, as you can see, there's no like self-destruct sequence or crumbling or anything. So we just have
Finally,
to.
not
あ、そうですね。倒したみたいですね。
Yeah, so we can just chill our way out of here.
ちょっとムービースキップしたから、
Well, we have time for
あっさり終わった感じには見えますが。ほう。
Absolutely.
Boss
And
は
we
一
have
体
another
倒したみたい
very
です。
special donation that just came on in here from German and Gabriel Dual Effect, $500 that just came on in.
Ooh.
ドイツの方から
Thank you,
500ドル
Rebecca,
ド
for
ネー
this
トがあった
amazing
そうで。
speed run. Thank you to all the people behind the scenes that make this incredible event possible. We are very excited to see our game being part of this noble
戻ってきましたね。
cause. We have yet another developer
そのなんかすごい
donation. Thank you
いろ
very
んな
much. Thank you.
Thank you so
いろん
much.
な人が裏方とかでね関わってて、とてもすごいエキサイテッドしてるよ。 開発の人もそうだし、このドネートしてる人もそうだし。
Let's get to 700K, and we're only like $1,100 away from that. So that's a very good idea, Eldridge. Thank you for the 25.
So we're about to finish when so she's gonna use the key on the door, and once the screen goes
鍵を
black, it's gonna be
壁
time.
に使
So
って、
be ready. It's
で
about to、
暗
be
転した
time.
瞬間にタイマーストップ。グッドゲーム
あ
です。
That was
GG でした。
Guys.
Yes.
おちょおちょ。パチパチパチ。
Ocho, ocho. Hope you guys enjoy this amazing game. Please support Tormented Souls.
Ya
It's an
kita.
amazing survival game from my homeland Chile.
あ、よかった。
Shout
なんもな
out
かっ
to
た。
the
よかっ
Tormented
た。
Souls
なんもなかった。
speedrunning
なんかびっくりなんもなかった。よか
community.
った。
Guys.
ちょっと最後
Also
ちょっと
shout out to
怖
my awesome
怖かったです
ちょっとビビってたよね。ちょっとね。ちょっと身構えてたよね。
To you, Tornanima. I'm very happy to having you here in my run.
I was happy to be here too. It was awesome. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Kane.
とても素晴らしい走りでしたね。
Doing the
Thank
run.
you.
ちょっと
Thank
怖かった
you
ですけ
for
ど。
having me here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you on this.
こちらのゲームは Steam で2000円くらいで販売してますね。
This will
日本語版は存在はちょっと日本語翻訳ですね。
show
は
more
してないみたいですけ
show
ど、
more of what you do.
なんか
So
デモバージョンが Steam で遊べるようなので、
you have
怖い
this
のが
opportunity
好きな
and
方は
glad to
遊んで
have
み
been
て
able
も
to
いかがでしょう
help
か
you.
ね。
And in my case, just
僕
shout
たち
out
は
to
怖い
all
ん
the
ですけ
friends
ど
and people that know me that
そうですね。
that
僕たち
were
は
on
ちょっと
the stream channels and support during the time leading up to this.
Yeah, it's time to say goodbye. So thank you so
まあ
much
機
for
会があったらっ
everything.
て感
Thank
じ
you
で
so
す
much
ね。
for the opportunity. Keep
まあ
enjoying
で
and
もグラフィックの
supporting
雰囲気と
this
かね、結
amazing
構
marathon. Thank you
ね
so
まあ
much.
怖いですけど、とてもいいん
Bye
で、
everyone. Thank you for having us here.
で、とてもよかった。
All right, let's see those GDQ
画面の方
claps in the
切り
chat
替わ
one
り
more
ましたね。
time for RebeccaRE. Tormented Souls, fantastic.
ここまでは
fantastic run. And let me just
司
say,
会
I
は
had the pleasure
エス
of
クが
meeting
お送り
Rebecca
いた
for
し
the
ま
first
し
time
た
at。SGDQ. I do believe it
これ
was
からもね、次
2018.
々とまだホラーゲームいっぱいあるので頑張ってください。僕は出ます。お疲れ
お疲れ
様でした
様。でした。
How about all those developer donations too? How about that? That's amazing. That was awesome. Awesome stuff. We are currently getting prepared for our next run.
ということで、
Continuation of the
え
horror
と
block.
ちょっとごめんなさい、タイトルの読み方がわからない。トーメイドソウルですかね。ちょっと発音間違ってたらごめんなさい。以上、トゥームソウル、トゥメイドソウルでした。とても、トゥーメンテッドソウルでした。最後まで楽しんでいただけたら幸いです。では続いてのタイトルの準備の方がありますので、一旦失礼いたします。
And they also said, thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you, ANC, for that amazing, for that amazing joke and the $100 donation. Thank you. We also had a few more donations come on in for Tormented Souls while we're getting ready for our next run. We have $50 from Lord Parkbench, who says, glad to see such an awesome streamer taking part in an amazing cause. Rebecca is #1. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, that is going to do it for me here. I was glad to be able to ring in the horror block with these two amazing runs of Dead Rising and Tormented Souls, but we are not done. We have got some more horror games on tap. Now, I am going to be saying good night, but not for the marathon because this thing is going all the way through the